Today we are looking at the Suqqu Winter collection. Now this is not to be confused with the holiday collection. This is the winter collection. The holiday collection is available now, and I think it's at Selfridges, and it's gonna be at, I get so confused about the Suqqu collections, I admit. But I'm pretty sure the holiday collection is already currently available at Selfridges, and it's soon to be available at Harrods, or it's just now available at Harrods. So the winter collection is comprised of 2 eyeshadow quads, 2 blush highlighters, 2 cream shadows, 2 treatment wrapping lips, and 2 lipsticks. The lipsticks are the vibrant, rich lipsticks. And as usual for Suqqu, there's sort of a cool set and a warm set. Although on this one, it's not totally cool and warm. I'll get to it. So what I did today is I did a whole face with the warm set, and my face right now is the cool set. So you'll get to see me applying both of these things, both of these entire collections, so you can see which one you like and which one you want to order. I do believe they are still available in certain places. The Suqqu 20th anniversary sold out pretty quickly. I think, like I said, the winter collection, I think a lot of this is still available. And then the holiday kits that are out now are literally kits. They're in a set. So let me talk a little bit about these 2. I'm gonna call them sets, but really they're all individual pieces. But the reason I'm calling them sets is that each look that I did, I put together with, you know, 1 eyeshadow quad, 1 blush, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so basically these are high spirits of the season in makeup. Bold yet delicate. Special collection imbued with a measured shimmer. These are very shimmery for Suqqu. Suqqu is not a shimmery line, but these are the most shimmery eyeshadows that I've seen them do. And the blushes and highlighters are very pigmented for Suqqu. So if you're one of those people who's used Suqqu, or you've looked at Suqqu and thought, it's not really pigmented enough for me, this is the collection for you, because frankly, it's a little too pigmented for my skin tone. Okay, so it's about glistening and shimmering textures, harness lights to uplift your look in the most exquisite way. Hues neutral and wearable like brown, beige, or silver and gold. Makes them versatile. Absolutely agree. These are really great collections. So let me show you the warm collection first, and then we'll get into me applying it. So you can see how I put it on. It'll be a fast forward so you guys can take a look. So this is 129. This is what I would call the warm. This is 145, which is what I put on with it. This is 114, that's the cream shadow. This is 119, the lipstick. And then the wrapping lip is in 106. I will put up a swatch. This is all of them swatched on my arm. First to the shadows, then the blush and the highlighter, then the cream eyeshadow, then the lipstick, then the wrapping. So the video that's gonna go up now, hopefully it goes up, you can still hear my voice. So first I put on the shadow. I took the brown shade, the deepest brown shade that's in here is the one that is the matte shade. It's really more of a satin though. And I used that as a transition shade. It was really hard to decide which shade I wanted to use on the eye because they're all very shimmery. You could use the white one, you could use the lighter creamy one, you can use the really, really glittery one. So I kind of used a combination of sort of the tan and then back to the really glittery one and the tan. I think the glittery one, which is in the bottom left-hand corner, that's one to put on over the entire look. So if I were to do it again, I'd probably put that on over the whole look instead of trying to put it on the outer corner of the eye, because it does have some fallout. The white shimmery shade, which is gorgeous, I used in the brow. I also used it a little bit in the inner corner. That would also be a stunning, like just on the eyelid kind of look. The blush and the highlighter, as you can see, I went as lightly as I could. I actually used the new Wayne Goss F5 brush to put these on, and I gotta tell you, these are very, very pigmented. They're gorgeous shades. So if you're looking for a more shimmery highlighter, something that has like almost a mocha brownish kind of shade to it, I absolutely love the shades, but again, they're a little pigmented for me. I do want to mention that the the cream eyeshadow that I put on first, I forgot to talk about it when the video was up. That is a shimmery kind of shade, and actually it has some shift in it more than anything else that I can say. Like it's got an interesting shift. And because I put that down first, that did, of course, impact the overall look. Without that, I think the look is going to be a little bit cooler, actually, because the blush and the eyeshadow, although you see these brownie, you know, almost like brandy type of shades, I think there's a coolness there, but the eyeshadow cream is definitely warmer. Now, the lipstick, the color lipstick, I absolutely love. It's very, very deep, but once I put the lip wrapping over it, I absolutely fell in love with it. It's a little too deep for me, but again, overall, that's just it's a very pigmented collection. This is the most pigmented collection from Suqqu I have seen. Now, let's talk about the cool look that I have on at the moment. So this one is, as I said, cooler, but there are elements to the shades in here that I don't think you would necessarily call cool. So first of all, this is the eyeshadow quad, and the gold in here and this shade, which is almost like a platinum, they're not cool at all. So I was kind of like, huh, that's interesting. The blush and the highlighter, though, are very pink, very, very pink. And again, incredibly pigmented. The eyeshadow, I really think this is an interesting cream eyeshadow. But it's got, it goes sort of pinkish red on me, which does, I had problems with my eye. I'll talk about that in a minute. The other day. So I think it just made that look, because it's much better now, but it's still there a little bit. So I think it just made that look worse. So I don't think it was the best shade for me. Then the lipstick itself is super pink, which I don't love. If you've watched my channel before, I'm not a pink lover with lipsticks, but the wrapping shade over it, I do really like. So, you know, this is the look finished. I would say that, I'll put the swatches up now. Again, eyeshadow, blush, highlighter, cream eyeshadow, and then the lipstick and the wrapping lip. The eyeshadow I love, but the rest of it, I like the, quote, warmer shades better. As you see me go through this, you can see me putting down the cream eyeshadow. You see what I'm talking about. It has this reddish pinkish on me. Again, I think it's something that sort of has some shift to it. So it's going to depend on your undertones, what that shade does. For me, it's not particularly flattering, in my opinion, because I just feel like it goes a little bit more of that pinky, which reminds me of my eye. The eyeshadow palette is gorgeous, and I love the fact that, frankly, it's, you know, it's really versatile. It's an incredibly versatile eyeshadow, because I started with the brown, which again is that grounding brown that's sort of in the other one, and then went into the silver all over the eye, which is so gorgeous. It reminds me of a Pat McGrath, or, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful silver shade, and that thing is metallic, which is not really what Suqqu is generally known for. So they really went in a different direction for this collection. I'm really impressed. I put the more, you know, I guess it would be more platinum-y shade on top, which kind of turned it a little bit. It's almost like a goldy platinum. It's an interesting shade. Really like that one by itself as well. I gotta try that one out. And then I took the yellow gold and put it in the inner corner and then popped a little bit over the eye. Love the look. Love the final look. Then I took the blush and the highlighter, again, used the F5. I have to say, guys, I do like the way it turned out, but it's just a little too pigmented for me. So, you know, it's not my favorite blush highlighter combo from Suqqu. Again, not because there's anything wrong with it, but just because for me, it's just a little too pigmented. And then I would say the lipstick is, like, as I mentioned, definitely not my color, but, you know, with the lip wrapping shade over it, I think it actually looks quite nice. So what do I think of this overall collection? If you can pick up the winter collection, and I'll make sure any links I have are down below, I would tell you that this is the most pigmented one. I think I've said that a couple times now. It's the most pigmented one that Suqqu has done. and it's incredibly shimmery and sparkly. It's gorgeous. I love it. Surprisingly enough, I think I like the cool eyeshadow, the silver and yellow and the platinum-y gold eyeshadow quad more than I like the warm one, although I like them both. But that one just, I don't know, I think it's really unique. There's something about it that I'm just like, oh, there's a lot you can do that with that. And the silver in there is just so wet metallic that I was just like, well, that's stunning. And then both blushes for me are just they're just too pigmented. And the highlighters that are in there, for me, again, this is, you know, I'm very pale. They're just too much. So I think they're beautiful, but I probably won't reach for those as often as I reach for many of my other Suqqu blushes because they're less pigmented. That's just me. The cream eyeshadow, neither shade is particularly my favorite. The brown one that I used is a little too warm, and the other one is like a little too pink. So those aren't my favorites. The wrapping lips, I absolutely love both the wrapping lips. I really do. I think those are great. It's a great product. It's very moisturizing. I like the shades. They're not too pigmented. And then of the lipsticks, of course, I like the one that I used in the browner, more warm leaning. And I guess that was shade, that's 119. And it's definitely too deep for me, or at least how I wear lipstick. It's too deep for me, but I think it's one of those shades that in the winter, you know, if I can do like a little bit more bronzing on my face and have like a lighter eye look, it'll be fine. For me, I'm somebody who either does a light eye look and a deep lip, or a deeper eye and a light lip. I tend not to do both. Again, a lot has to do with my coloring. I'm just so pale that it can be a little overpowering if I do both. Again, this is taste, this is personal taste. Maybe you're the kind of person who likes, you know, light all over or deep all over. That's cool too. But I'm just trying to give you an idea what the collection will do for you. If you haven't picked up the holiday collection kits, I would certainly recommend them. Suqqu is one of my favorite brands out there. Even if I don't particularly love a color story, the products are excellent. Excellent customer service. It's always, you know, it's always done well. There's never any problems with the components. Nothing ever breaks. Just, you know, you get what you pay for. And in this day, unfortunately, that is happening less and less. So hopefully this has been helpful. I love playing around with my Suqqu stuff. If you have any questions, certainly let me know. Thanks so much for joining me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. Hope to see you in another video really soon.